Joy FM program be a friend on Citizens Forum and I said the People's Forum. Just say omane Ghana for bebre na ye Aboagye so omo send your mind no enema ewo mu no esifa ayekro na eno na A2 Dr. Mahama Umia Dennis Miracle Aboagye se mo be kaya ene saatemu a na ye kwoto aba 2024 kasa ya che Ghana for say ebi wa bon modern edi Ghana for mo to ayeso na sa 8 years aban bia ba ban mu a party bia ba ban mu a che say 8 years na Ghana for the man na ka aja wo mo to o mo so o mo break the 8 and you break the 8 was one mantra, you are going to break the 8. I remember there was a video one woman be with us said before was a dear ben and why break the 8 was it break the 1,000 now A2 a year Dr. Mahama Umia Dennis Miracle Aboagye wakasa was here NDC for ade amoye no munyai say oh your dollar aba form and inflation is what and still you hu things are not reflecting, the metrics we are seeing are not reflecting in the people's pocket. But you see, me pese fact check kakra. So, pese fact check kakra. Any oka water tariff or electricity tariff. Yes, that is true. And I admit it say inflation so about down. Dollar no so of course a swati. But his concern was that sir enema nyina swati upon all these things. Enema things are gradually increasing. But you see, say na okasa especially on inflation. In fact, and some no kind of doing on a lot of the things he said. Name so okasa say inflation is swatch, dollar swatch. However, prices are still increasing now. Well, he didn't give context, but so okasa prices of items are all increasing. I mean, and we cannot fact check that because there are some food items are pricing are reducing. Yes, there are some food items like charcoal, kube. It is already charts now. The charts you so. These are some of the food items are in the last year, from a year beginning of 2025 to the end of 2025, almost are increasing in their prices relative to the previous year, which was 2024. In the ginger, but of course there are some factors are attributed to the increment in these prices as far as these food items are concerned. But majority of food items will be now so above, of course, more, and now can say any more also a marfom. In fact, me personally, media dance say movie. There was a time I bought a rice for I think 89 cedis. Recently, me call 65, 70. And well, that is just no parts. Maybe an out on it, still now they are just going up. But then yes, say offer water tariff no correct water tariff no a cost. But who is responsible for that increment? Any electricity tariff? What he is failing to tell Ghanaians and say, and I'm not blaming him because that is how our politics acquire. It was under the previous administration 2023 under IMF conditionalities under extended credit facility program and IMF say there is some huge debts here at Ghana for, and it is a result of MPP for now one economic mismanagement. And yet ubi an fault and one year and IMF at this answer and say they should do quarterly adjustment in kind water tariff and electricity tariff. And yet NDC4 are only implementing that program which was agreed and then signed under the NPP and as a previous administration. So ma Ghana for any. And I don't blame him again because he belongs to the NPP. And of course, they must do their work very well as opposition party. And he may not all that he said, and I'm in the yard, but and then maybe what kind so I'm in the yard. And the electricity tariff also so the IMF, as part of conditionality on the Ghana, there must be quarterly adjustment. But I don't know, it is dependent on any maybe to say inflation. How high has inflation area reduced? Since any money no omo ekeka bom. So na fe no omo aye a year price. So more review with stakeholders, that's PURC. Or many other stakeholders. In this omo sa consultation in area, no omo de a year final tariff hike and as adjustment, no aba. And currently, no, that is what a fear estimate at take effect. Now, no, what can I say? Now, what's inflation? So, Dennis Miracle, I say, what's inflation? So, now, we increase it, we no a salary by just 9%. Now, say, what the 9.9, almost 10% in water tariff. Now, say, what the 15.92 in electricity tariff. Now, say, in mathematics, no. Your friend zero sum game. Now say a consequence and as a coffee consumer quentia. And now when share that any she you be saying this for almost $8 what it and unti and I just say ama yeah any of my me also ka a school for and as a teacher for years communion you may $8 what it ubisa any of my boy air cost taxi drivers are or no is one $1 what it was NDC for BBA or no a share $1 na or say NDC for and someone okay na I was say Mudiswo Mumiente Dennis Miracle Aboagye a bra on also PM ewo the People's Forum no so again over the past year NDC for on performance.
Auntie Akosia is a tomato seller. Auntie Akosia lives in Wasadompem. She has a daughter who is a student at the University of Ghana, and the daughter is a resident at the Valley Hostel. Auntie Akosia is making about 18,000 every year. 80,000 every year is about 2,500 or 3,000 thereabout. That's what she gets every month. Until every month, after selling all her tomatoes, she gets a profit 3,000 thereabout. That's almost about some 300, 400 cedis a day thereabout. Now, these are the expenses Auntie Akosia has to make every year. In the year 2024, under the MPP government that the NDC said was wicked, Auntie Akosia was paying electricity of 3,600 by the end of the year. Auntie Akosia water bill in 2024 was 960. Auntie Akosia's school fees was 1,650. Auntie Akosia's child's hostel fee at Ivandi in 2024 was 6,200. Now guess what? The NDC is telling Auntie Akosia, Auntie Akosia, you're okay, don't complain, you are fine because the dollar has come down. How can the dollar come down and you're asking me to rest because I'm okay? When I am paying 4,613 as electricity against 3,600 in 2024. You have increased electricity by 28% in 12 months. When you were in opposition, you told us that the MPP government was wicked and that when you come, you will make electricity affordable. How can dollar come down and you are increasing electricity? Abba. Dollar has come down, that is true. But why is the dollar coming down and electricity going up? Water bill, Auntie Akosia was paying 960. Today, Auntie Akosia is paying 1,151 for water bill because you have increased water bill by 15%. Then when I tell you my water bill is expensive than it was in December, you tell me it was in December 2024, you tell me dollar has come down. My daughter, Auntie Akosia's daughter, that was at the University of Ghana, where you said you give them stress-free loans to pay their fees. In 2024, she was paying 1,650 for the daughter. In 2025, where you say Auntie Akosia should not speak because dollar has come down, Auntie Akosia is paying 2,350 as fees, and she's paying 7,800 as postal fee for her daughter at Ivandi. She used to pay 6,200 in 2024, but you are telling Auntie Akosia that keep quiet, dollar has come down, inflation has come down.
If this is a reset, then we are in trouble. The People's Forum and the view of the people, as you can see, is that we are not seeing a reset, we are seeing a reverse. Initially, we had a reset, then we saw a reverse, and other people are upset. Upset because never have we seen inflation drop in this manner. Never have we seen dollar drop in this manner, and yet cost of living keeps rising. That's a problem. And so if you look at the theme for this engagement, one thing runs through: there's a disconnect between the policies as the government is touting and the evidence as you feel in the lives of the people. And this is real, and it's something that we need to talk about, something that we all need to. We are not saying it to ruffle the government. We're only saying it for the government to input it into their discussions in cabinet and in their boardrooms. Now listen, if I'm a teacher and I come from Dodowa and you give me a 9% increase, and today I am spending more on, talk about the baseline, electricity, water, school fees, hostel fees, then it's a problem. It's a problem. And the increase is not just within the model of the inflation that you speak about. I have seen my electricity go up by 28%. It makes nonsense of every inflation coming down from 23 to 5%. It makes complete nonsense of it. You understand? And that is what the people are talking about. If you listen to the women, listen to the taxi driver, they tell you that the indicators are true. They are not lies, but they are not reflecting in our lives. And that for me, having dollar come to 10 and inflation come to 5 is only the means to a particular destination. That destination we are not getting there, and that's what we want the government to look at and do something about it.
Joey was say, University of Legon, University of Legon, increasing one fees. It is an OB University of Legon 2024 annual 2-year hostel fee around a year 6,000. Say, the person is paying somewhere 7,000 plus. And I'm say about papa, but you see, the fact-checking aspect of women say yes, UG4 and an increase or fees, but the school admitters say it is as a result of the third-party bodies, student bodies say SRC, Grassack, and then sir, and your man fees in a but and no JTech, JTech ya, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, or Mumpen for in collaboration with Ghana Education Service, which is headed by Honorable Haruna Idrisu. The Omano Dece Abase, Saha Keno, Omo entrance insane. Now making sure that by close of today, and then January 12th, 2026, Omo entrance adjustment in school fees. Adjustment in fees, In fact, fees, now people were saying that it is a result of a year school fees. There be any school fees. And I said tuition fee. They as our student related activities, and our student welfare, not just say, increase a ball. So one thing I was here, Shannon said, even University of Legon, in fact, you will not see this major increment across several universities. Now I know NIJ for AMA UG4 said, till today, say, Sahai can or normal returning to the previous fees 2024-2025 academic year fees instead of assembling they will sanction them, but that is what Dennis Miracle Aboagye Ghana for United as NDC for munye hute into Ghana for aso enkwadi na promise ya almost share Ghana for nyina wonum eni so ye nuanom a abetine fie a wonum enya adwuma nyeye ni nyina no omohwe ompa adwuma mu omo. It's not as if he's doing politics, but he's saying the realities. So now where NDC government can take a cue from those submissions. Island TV Plus. Wajib braweche obe like video, no share, no subscribe. Na or commenting so in fact, videos in the pebre na ohe na ne onije ho a opese ushi ho ade no ahwe ede amai.